My overall experience with Google Docs has left a lot of good impressions on me because the first time that I started working with Google Docs was thanks to Miss Seda when we started doing English classes with her. This is when we started writing different kinds of essays and stories, and she would ask us to share them on Google Docs because it would be more comfortable, because then we could write something and then we would ask for a comment or feedback from her, and then we could change this part, we could change the story overall. So it would be much more comfortable to work with Google Docs rather than just sending an attached file, because then you would work online with your teacher and it would really help you work fast and work together, cooperate not only with your teacher but with your friends. Yeah.
Google Docs has been a great tool for improving my writing skills. The first thing that it has helped me do was look at writing an essay as a process that I can start and end in time. Like, I can write it once and then get feedback from my teacher and ask questions about the feedback that I did not understand, and then improve the essay or the piece, and then get feedback again and again, and all the time seeing how I started and how I ended it.
The writing course itself was not about writing or submitting essays, but more about working on the essays and improving them after initial submission. We would often ask our friends and classmates and the English teacher for feedback, and the Google Doc was a very convenient way of receiving feedback and working on the improvement of the essay. The process of improving the essay would last at least a week. We would read the feedback and then work on our mistakes until the essay became almost perfect. And then was the final submission part, when we would submit the essay and get graded for it. The experience of working on the essays using Google Docs was very helpful and efficient for me, and I learned some very important skills during that process.
Since childhood, I was not used to doing drafts, writing drafts, because I thought that they were useless. I would just start writing the thing that I thought would be my final draft, but then I understood that there are always things that you have to work on. There are always things you can improve, and so when I had this first draft and second draft, and that I could always change my essay, it really became more comfortable, and I saw progress. I saw that now I write essays better when I have first draft, second draft, and that I work. And also I have this cooperation skill now that I can always ask my friend to just go online on Google Docs, and then we can start working together on a presentation or something that we have to prepare together.
So the first thing that the experience of Google Docs has given me is the ability to think and rethink the way I phrase things, because every time I phrase something, my teacher would tell me the drawbacks and the good parts of it, and I would have the ability to do it all over again. And other than that, Google Docs has helped me realize that if I'm writing something or working on something, I don't really have to do it on my own. That has helped me a lot, even outside my English classes. When I need to work on a project or get ideas, I like using Google Docs instead of chat or things, because I can see what the other person is writing, and I can write equally with them and comment and still have the same document.
I learned to collaborate with others on certain projects, in this case writing an essay, and I'm sure the skill will really be helpful for me in the university. I learned to grade others' essays objectively, to easily spot mistakes, but the most important thing that I learned was to grade my own essays objectively. When I was just starting that course, I was unable to objectively grade my essay. I didn't know after finishing the essay whether I did a good or a bad job, whether I have a room for improvement or not. But during that year, when I was constantly leaving feedback and getting feedback myself on my own essay, essays. I learned the mistakes that I tend to make, both grammatical mistakes and the mistakes in the writing style. And right now I'm more efficient in writing an essay. I make less mistakes, and whenever I'm finished, I know whether I did a good or a bad job, whether I still need to improve my essay or it's perfect.